Hello everyone and welcome to a new reading. Today we are doing a boyfriend reading for Taeyong to figure out what type of boyfriend he will be. And before we get into his reading, I just wanted to say, fun fact, he was actually the first person we tested this type of reading. By we, I mean my editor Monkey and I were there like, can we do a reading? Like how many cards will we have to take out? So it's between 10 to 15 minutes. And he was the person we tested it on, and that was back in the summer of 2021. So it took quite a couple years to actually get to his official video, I guess. And now we're here. So let's just jump into the reading. Figure out what type of boyfriend will Taeyong be. So to start off Taeyong's reading, the first card that came out was Cheetah. So this tells me that he is a very passionate person. So he will be the type of boyfriend that is very straightforward. When he likes someone, he just goes for it. And right now that I'm saying that, it makes me think that this has happened before, in the sense of, I think in his individual reading, no, he was the one that in his individual reading, he got a lot of family, friends. Like his love reading was not romantic fully. It was just love in general. So okay, so maybe I haven't gotten this before, but Taeyong is very straightforward, very quick, very fast. He may jump into relationships very quickly, or he kind of goes all in when he feels a spark with someone. So he's extremely passionate, and he goes at his own pace, and it can be quite quick. Like he could be very quick to like if he likes someone, he doesn't wait it out, he just goes for it. He doesn't stay behind to test the waters or plan things out. He just jumps into action. I feel that when he feels a connection with someone, he just trusts that it works and he just goes for it. So he's very quick, very passionate, very straightforward, and even blunt to the people that he likes. He is also very grounded, not in an earthy way, but in a fiery way. So he takes action. The moment he feels it, he just goes for it. And that goes very well with the Chariot that he has over here. But let's look at his other cards. We have a new moon in Sagittarius with Locusts on your side. So he sees new relationships as an adventure. He jumps into them, and they're there's this spark, and there's this fuel of passion. There is adventure, there's fun. He's generally very optimistic about his relationships, and he kind of just jumps into it with a very good outlook into it. And with the Sagittarius energy, it kind of shows that he's always ready to expand. He's always ready to go take the next step. He's ready to just take a leap of faith and see where this relationship goes. And he seems to feel very lucky about the relationships that he has. So he strikes me as someone that even if they were good or bad, he understands that it's all a learning experience. So he values whoever he dates, and he will treasure those people a lot. So I'm assuming that he has dated more than one person, or that he will date more than one person, and he will really treasure those people even if they walk out of his life, or even if the relationship ends. So he might be someone that whoever he dates, he will probably end up having as a friend if they didn't have a bad fallout, or a very bad breakup. The other card that we have here is your commitment is being tested. So I do feel that his commitment being tested is not that he has commitment issues, as much as he goes so quickly that life wants to make sure that he's not just recklessly jumping into relationships without thinking too much about it, or without putting so much thought about what he thinks or what the other person thinks. Like, there is this feeling of moving things so quickly, and it could be, in his case, out of fear that he doesn't want to lose that spark, or he doesn't want to lose that feeling of everything's going well. So with your commitment is being tested, I do feel that he just has, not that he has commitment issues, as I mentioned earlier, but more as in, is he ready to put in all the hard work that comes with a relationship? It's not just the honeymoon phase. Like, can he go beyond that and still have it the same passion, the same motivation, and the same desire to continue with that relationship? So I don't know how long his relationships will last, but there's this sense of like, can he just work through and pass the honeymoon phase? Now, the other card that we have right here is the full moon, surrender to the divine. So this kind of makes me feel that he's the type of boyfriend that when he finds someone and he feels very passionate about that person, he just kind of surrenders fully to this person, you know, full body, soul, heart. I said that in the wrong order, but it's the same thing anyway. So he is someone that kind of just talks about his emotions. I mean, the cheetah is a fire sign, so it does talk about taking action, does talk about someone that's very spontaneous and very genuine. And with this moon card, with the surrender to the divine, being a full moon, and it's shining very brightly and everything, it makes me think that he is someone that is very honest about how he feels, and he likes to talk about his emotions and make it very clear to his partner what it is that he's going through, what it is that he's feeling. And if at the moment he feels like he really loves this person, he will just go for it. He's not going to hold himself back with ifs and buts and it should be like this, it should be like that. He kind of just goes for it. So yeah, he is a very quick and fast moving individual. Now the other cards that we have right here is the magician. The sorceress. So with this, we have Mercury energy. Again, an energy that is very, very fast moving. It's a planet that it talks about communication or thoughts, but again, it's a very fast moving planet, right? It's the closest to the sun. So in this case, it kind of shows that Taeyong really trusts his manifestation powers, and he trusts that if he meets someone and he just has a spark with them, that it is worth the struggle, it is worth the try, it is something that he cannot lose a chance. He just goes for it, right? If it's a good opportunity, he just takes it. And also with the sorceress, it kind of shows that he really knows how to work with his manifestations. So he feels that if there's a very strong desire that he has for someone, then it was just meant to be. And I do feel like he has this very dreamy and, I guess, emotional connection to relationships, and he really follows his heart when it comes to relationships. And if he really feels connected to someone, he will just blindly take that step forward and go towards them. And with this magician, he feels like he can provide for this people or for this person. He strikes me as someone that feels like he can always provide for everyone. So when he finds a partner, he will give like the whole world to them, because he feels like he can just make anything happen with hard work and with, I guess, a little bit of praying and good luck. With the sorceress, we have someone that's very good at manifesting, so he understands how much work to put in and then how much he should just kind of wait out for things to play out and get what he needs or what he wants. So now the other card that we have here is the Chariot. So with the Chariot, we have Cancer energy, which does his sun sign, but the Chariot is a very determined card. It is the energy of someone that has found their path. They know where they're going and what direction they're headed, and they just charge forward. This card can talk about travel and movement, so I do feel that one of the things that he would like to do with his partner is to travel around the city, travel around other countries, go on vacation outside of the country and within the country. So I do feel that he really likes to take trips and vacations with his partner, or he will like to do that. And he likes to have a very homely environment with whoever he's with. So he will definitely care and provide for them, because that brings him comfort, and he likes to feel at home with people. So he will try to bring home to them and kind of be at home with them is what gives him the ability to want and be okay with traveling. Also with a Chariot, it definitely feels like he's very, again, when he has a goal in mind, he just goes for it, which is what was kind of coming up with the Cheetah card, that it is very focused on a certain goal or a certain person. He will not hesitate, not even one bit, and he would just, without even thinking much, he would just go for this person and work very hard to reach this person. So with this Chariot card, it definitely feels like when he has set his mind into a goal, a challenge, an idea, or a person, he just kind of does everything in his power to reach that and manifest that. So if he really has someone and he feels a spark, he's not going to hesitate at all. Now the last two cards that came out, we have the King of Swords and the Three of Wands reversed, both of them. So with the King of Swords, we have Aquarius energy here. And with the Three of Wands, even if it's reversed, I see it as contracts and outside help. So I need to explain, with this deck, all the males and females are reversed in the sense of all the kings are queens and all the queens are kings. And that's why, even though to me, the King of Swords, it's always a Libra card, in this case, it will be an Aquarius card. That's why I'm mentioning that. But anyway, with this card reversed, it kind of shows that Taeyong struggles with communication. Even though he's very determined, he shows that with his emotions and with his actions. But when it comes to his thinking and his words, that's when he lacks a little bit. He finds it very difficult to actually communicate what he wants to say in the eloquency that he wishes he could say them. So he can definitely make his message come across, but it could be a little bit too blunt or too straightforward. So he finds it very difficult to actually say things in a nicer way or say things in the right words. Like he might be of those people that has to say a bunch of things to explain what he is actually thinking, because he doesn't have either the right words for it, or he doesn't even know the right concept or the way of thinking about it that can be understood for other people. Again, emotions are very complicated and very complex, so it's kind of hard to put into words so other people can understand the same sentiment or the same emotion you're going through. So in this case, I do feel that he finds that very difficult, and in a way he can seem a bit cold to his partners because he just doesn't know how to communicate those ideas. And again, he will, I guess if we could see this, his love language will be through actions, right? So I guess acts of service will be one way. But yeah, not different words, not really. Or at least to him, it doesn't feel like it's enough. Now, the other thing is that with the Three of Wands reversed, he's a person that doesn't really like to get help from other people, because he, one, doesn't really have the patience for it. Like, he doesn't have the patience to wait for other people to solve his problems. And the other thing is that he also feels like instead of asking other people to help him out, it would be better if he just figured it out himself. Like, it will be faster, it will be quicker, and it wouldn't be a burden to other people. Again, he likes to really provide for others, and with the magician, the sorceress, he feels invincible. He feels like he can make anything happen, and he feels like he can create anything. Again, a very unstoppable force, and that makes him a bit reckless sometimes. So with this Three of Wands reverse, I do feel that he's a type of boyfriend that doesn't really like to ask for help, and it's not necessarily that he doesn't like to receive help, but he will not straight out say, this is what I need, this is what I want. So even though he emotionally surrenders fully to his partners, he finds it still very difficult to communicate that emotion or that full sense of surrender, right? He may desire to have someone he can trust fully like that and just be vulnerable and open fully, but again, that's something that he's like working through, and allowing other people to help him out is something that he's not really used to, or at least asking for help, that's not something he's used to. So that's something that he will probably have to work on and kind of allow this new energy when he dates, allow this new energy to come in and provide whatever that energy has to provide into his life. So yeah, that seems to be the reading for him. It was very interesting, very different as well, in the sense of we got a little bit of maybe something that he has to work on, right? Very, very straightforward. With all this major arcana right here, it feels like relationships are going to be a very big part in his life. Definitely something that he looks forward to, and something that he's actively working and manifesting into his life. So the moment he starts dating, or the moment he finds someone that's worth dating, then he will feel like he's very lucky because his dream came true. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. However that is, love and light from my part, and